tonight, me and the Hipster King have been playing Mariana Trench by Bright Light Games. What did we think? Find out. Hi, Dave the Grey. So, Mariana Trench, the artwork is absolutely fantastic. I mean, look at that. I know I love manta rays anyway, but that is a piece of art in and of itself. The bearded lady would be beside himself at that artwork, I think. It is absolutely gorgeous. And all of the cards are similar sort of level as well. So, if nothing else, play it for the artwork. As a game, we played it right at the start of the evening, and it was a really nice sort of start you off type game. Quite light, quite fluffy. You're in a submarine descending into the depths of the Mariana Trench, collecting fish, collecting samples, going back up again, repeat, beat your opponent. So nothing too strenuous on the old grey cells, which in my case is sometimes a good thing, but it was really nice and a lot of fun. Took 10 minutes maybe for myself and Pete to get through a game, and I'd quite happily play it again and again and again. You don't really have to put too much thought into it, although it does pay to just keep an eye on your opponent, and because obviously winning is winning regardless of whether it's a light game or a heavy game. All counts as a win, certainly against the Hipster King. Not that we keep records or anything. I wouldn't want you to think that we keep track of exactly who's won what, but we definitely do. But no, if you're looking for a nice game to start the evening off, or just to wind down at the end, I really can't fault this game for doing just that. Just the right sort of level, just to get you in the mood for some bit more gritty gaming. But absolutely faultless art, and as a game it's nice and smooth, and you can't ask for more than that. So it is a big thumbs up from me.
Hipster King here. My thoughts on the Mariana Trench. It is a great little filler. It's a lot of fun. I've played it now with, I've played against people, two different people played. Dave the Grey, I played my son. Little bit more thinky with Dave, although actually when you're playing your son and he beats you in the first game, it becomes incredibly thinky and you really have to win. You know, I do get used to losing to Dave, much as it pains me every time it happens. But when you lose to your son, it's a killer. So, you know, but because there is still quite a lot of luck involved in this game. There is strategy, but there is a fair bit of luck. It does mean that you can play with children and really easily, and they will be almost on they will pretty much be on a level playing field with yourself, which I think it's always nice to be able to play those games. We played at the start of the evening, and it was a brilliant starter. If you've played some heavy games, this is the perfect kind of just. It would be the equivalent of a sorbet in a meal. It's a 5-minute quick filler. It really is fast. So you're playing in one of these beautifully drawn little submarines. One of the things that is really good about this game, but immensely frustrating, are those 3 rivets in the bottom corner of the card. Because when you go down the trench, all you see is one at the backs of these cards, and even the backs are beautiful of the cards. That's just how good this is. I love the gradient of the colours in the sea as you're going down. You stop at a card and you flip it over. Now, if you flip one of these bad boys, they're a giant squid, they're a octopi, things like that in there, they will cause your sub to pop a rivet, which means you're going to lose 2 points immediately, unless before you went down into the ocean, you waited for a turn and built up some charge in your sub so that you can shock the is that a cephalopod, I think? Cephalopod off your ship and then collect it. The other bit, I just like the way the cards are designed. I don't know if you can see the lines on there, but basically when you've collected a fish, it goes on one side up to the dotted line. However, this fish is a large fish. When you start, you've only got space down in the bottom corner for a small fish. So you can't take that, but you can take it and receive this bonus, which allows you to increase your movement up and down the trench. There are other bonuses, including a scan that allows you to look at either the card above you or below you, have a little peek so you know what's coming or what you could drop down and get. And also there's a larger tank which allows you either to take one big fish or two small fish. At the end, basically it's a set collection game. You get increasing points for a run of all the different types of fish, or you get for a group of the same fish, you get additional points as well. If you get right to the bottom of the trench, you can collect samples. Those samples worth 2, and as I've said, if you pop any rivets, they're -2. Person with the highest points at the end of the game wins. And there's a timer on the game. It's a really short game. There's a set number of cards that you shuffle, and at the bottom end of those, there are 3 oxygen tanks. When you get to the 3rd oxygen tank, that's it. Game is over. I've also played this game solo, and this is where I think this game absolutely shines for me. It's one of those games where it's so addictive because it takes 4 or 5 minutes solo to play this game, and you just keep playing it to beat that score and try and get a higher score. And it's, you know, that kind of game. There's something about those games that I really like, where you're just trying to beat yourself all the time. So brilliant little game, definitely worth getting in your collection. And I know already Tristan's been putting out some of the additional artwork for the Kickstarter sort of stretch goals that bring in some extra levels of gameplay and new strategy and some great pictures. I mean, who doesn't want that Kraken in a game in the sea? Double thumbs up from me as well. Brilliant game.
Bearded lady here, and, well, straight up, I've got to say, this artwork is amazing. This, we believe, is the Kickstarter all-in package. So this fantastic neoprene mat, beautiful stuff, so you can see the depths in which you are exploring to. And then the expansion comes with a whole load of monster cards that have effects as you reveal them. Some of them are annoying, some of them are extremely annoying, and some of them, well, if you're an onlooker watching your opponent get smashed by the Megadom, brilliant. Haha! But yes, a great expansion on there. Now what's also cool is that there is the sunfish, which gives you the ability to upgrade with this thing that, what is it, is it a research pod thing?
Yeah.
It's a research station pod thing, which allows you, when you're down right in the bottom of the trench, to get 2 resource tokens. So usually you can only carry 1, but this upgrade allows you to take 2. Obviously though, you are wasting a turn receiving that second research token. But still, that's 2 points, or 4 points if you're getting the 2. What's also cool is the additional cards, not those monsters, but an additional fish are wild fish. And so in that set collection, they can help you meet those awesome sets that you need to score bigger points. Really good, and it bumps up the points in the game a treat. This game is certainly one to get involved with if you love really nice artwork, and if you like great quality, and also if you enjoy a really good game, whether that's solo or 2-player. So make sure you check out this game on Kickstarter very soon.